1, 2, 3. Oh, hi everyone. I'm Tom.
I'm Galen.
And welcome to 15 Minutes of Fume, DragonCon edition. The lab is attending DragonCon 2021. I know what you're thinking, like how, why, etc. COVID variants are rampaging across the country. We've been very careful looking at the updates, like the convention is enforcing a strict full mask at all times policy. They're restricting attendance. They're, doing all sorts of things. We are going to see how it goes. We had paid for to attend the 2020 DragonCon, which was canceled. That payment has rolled over to 2021. And so now, basically, we go or we lose the money that we paid. And we have decided to take this, series of calculated risks. We're all vaccinated. We're just going to see how it goes.
But just for the record, I'm staying home.
Galen will be staying home to look after the dogs. So I will be going. We'll be at the booth. We'll share all of that information in more detail closer to the event. It's not until Labor Day weekend. But what we do have here in front of us are the BPAL DragonCon exclusive perfume oils. Now these are available only at the convention to live in-person attendees. However, this year, 2 of the 6, will be available to purchase online at some point. We don't have an exact date for how that rollout is going, but all of them are available in person at the convention. 2 of the 6 are going to be available to people participating virtually or who are not participating and would merely like to smell vaguely peachy. Got that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to you. Historically, we have often done peach-themed scents for DragonCon because it's in Georgia, and we like to dig into local history and all of this stuff to figure out cool new perfumes to make. And then when it comes to visiting the American South, we have decided to err on the side of peaches instead of digging into history.
Peaches are a safe bet.
Everyone loves peaches. Not everyone.
Not everyone.
Many people love peaches. If you don't love peaches, we sell many other scents. But this is our way of paying tribute to where we're visiting. And every year, I think no 2 peaches have ever been quite the same. We have a whole batch here, beginning with, and I was very excited about this one, vanilla wafers and peach cream. Can you handle it?
What?
First of all, I've never I've had vanilla wafers in banana pudding and so forth. I don't know if this is a regional dessert or if it's just something that Beth invented. I suspect the latter. But now that I've heard about it, I wish to consume vanilla wafers and peach cream. In the meantime, smelling it will suffice.
Sure enough, I am smelling some vanilla wafers.
Yeah, there's a little
and some peach cream.
A buttery toasted cookie in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice. Vanilla buttery cookie with peach, unmistakable. Does what it says on the tin. So I thought that out of the batch, this might be one where the peaches were less peachy. They weren't peaching quite as peachily. But I have to say, it is quite peachy.
I really am enjoying the vanilla wafer part of it. A lot.
I wish we had
Can we have a vanilla wafer?
Single note vanilla wafer that you can just add to everything. So
I would.
Skeksis plus vanilla wafer.
You smell like those little cookies. And I'm I know.
You smell like an orc holding a vanilla wafer. It would just be great for layering. So there's something about this that really does suggest a real peach pulp fruitiness. There's something about it that just really does smell to me like chilled peaches. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's there's something toasty and warm with the cookie, and then what's left smells like a refrigerated mousse situation. Anyway, the peach note in this one is surprisingly cool. I'm finding. Are you finding that?
I am. This makes me want to take a nap.
Well, you will get your wish, I imagine.
There's just something very, very comforting about the vanilla wafer smell.
Yeah. The vanilla cookie smell is definitely kind of the more airborne side of it.
Yeah.
And then the deeper you get into it, there's these, deep, dark, fruity depths.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like a real, like, James and the Giant Peach, like, tunneling situation going on here. Let's go on.
Next up is...
Let me read the handwriting. Well, you
I
can
know
try.
how to read.
We'll see.
Georgia peach, oak moss, sage, cedar, and vetiver.
Yeah.
What? I know, people are like, Dylan's never read the label before. Can you do that? Yes. I learned how to read it at quite a young age.
Well, you're hired.
Oh, I didn't smell it in the bottle first.
Now you're reading all the labels from now on.
Okay, well, this is definitely peach dominant from the bottle.
Wow. Okay.
I guess
So
I'll
this is like a
with
this is like an upscale. I've talked recently about my fondness for upscale hotel bars. This is like a fancy hotel bar peach because of, like, you know, the woody herbal components.
There's almost
Wow.
like, oh, it must be the oak moss.
It's
It was like
the
there's almost
peach
something
oak
kind of
moss.
like fizzy in it. Like,
But it's also, I mean, it just smells really expensive.
yes.
And it does have this, like, it's like singing with peach, like this hum, like, you know, like just right there throughout. But it is supported up from underneath by, like, all of these, like, swirling, dark, interesting notes. Here, do you want to hold this so I don't just knock it over?
There's a humidity to it.
Yes, there is. I really feel like that without the peach, the oak moss and sage and stuff would seem almost like too fresh. And between the peach and then the vetiver, it kind of stretches out that freshness into different areas to where you've got, like, an interesting kind of, like, infernal depth to it with the vetiver, and then this, like, airy peach, you know, that's, like, not fresh. I mean, the peach is fresh, but it's not like a fresh scent, you know? There's like it's like it reminds me of a plant shop where you're smelling a bunch of different plants in a warm environment all together. And there's, like, some fruit, and there's no floral note in this, is there?
No.
I guess not. Fascinating. I wanted a peach vetiver. I didn't know that I needed a peach vetiver.
Really, I mean, like, drastic change from the first one.
Oh. Yeah, especially
very different.
After smelling the peach, clary sage, vetiver, oak moss, whatever the fuck, going back to the other one is almost like comically gourmand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're just like, oh, interesting. Now I'm transported to some, like, other environment, and then you go back to smell the other one, and it's like a pie in the face. It's great. Would you want to read this one?
I read the last one.
Okay. Maybe it's your thing now. We shall continue with the teaches of peaches. Fuzzy peach sweater and mug of London fog. London fog is a lovely tea drink.
Oh, I thought it was like an actual cup of fog, and I was like, that's fascinating. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is.
Well, I hate to disillusion you. So research tells us that a London fog is a Earl Grey tea, milk, and vanilla syrup concoction that apparently originated in Canada, where they just had, you know, no actual London fog to compare things to, and we're just guessing, I guess. Or maybe, you know, like a Londoner coined the term living in Canada. I refuse to do the research. However, this is the smell of a fuzzy peach sweater and a mug of London fog. Oh! This is a kind of a spicy, sparkly peach compared to the other one. That's, I guess, the fuzziness, right?
There is a real fuzziness to it.
Oh, and
like,
I'm getting...
Is it wool?
Yes.
Is there some kind of a wool?
I'm definitely getting there's like a thick wooliness to it.
And a kind of linen.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like a linen note.
It's like
interesting.
You know, like in the closet. You know, like in a closet or drawer, there's that, like, smell.
I love this.
It's not super peachy. It's the least peachy of the ones we've smelled so far.
And the tea just makes it very nice and gentle, and I'm like, this also makes me want to take a nap. Who knew that peaches made me so tired?
It's there is a real misty, woolly quality to this.
This is really interesting.
The peach is kind of like blooming up a little bit on the skin. You know, it's kind of like peach tinted, peach hued, instead of just like millions of peaches for me situation.
Oh, wow. Wow. I love this.
There's something that goes kind of like a little perfumey about it.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember the I don't know if we can even say it. The H&M campaign that Lana Del Rey was involved in, and she got to wear like a fuzzy, pale pinky, peachy sweater. That's what this smells like to me.
I think we should leave that in.
Okay. It's just like, I'm like, oh, that is exactly it. Move over, Vanilla Wafers, because I think this is my favorite.
And you're not even going. I guess you don't have to because we have
I
them
have
here.
the perfume.
You have the prototypes. Okay, so overall though, like this is like a less sweet blend than even
the others, yeah.
Than even the Vetiver one.
Yeah.
Because the Vetiver one kind of amps sweetness in one corner to kind of like counterbalance the other notes, and with this one they're just more kind of like evenly toned.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting, after a few minutes, from the London Fog, I'm getting some of that vanilla syrup like rising up slowly. I couldn't smell it when we started.
Yeah.
And now the longer I sit with it, there's just like a little more like I'm more like into that mug.
Do you think the vanilla is like what's making the kind of perfumey quality to it?
Perhaps. I would say for me, it's probably just like the mixture of like the peach and the tea. Or also maybe there's like a cashmere note in here that I'm associating with like some other perfuminess.
Could be.
But it is just kind of like a lovely, quiet, elegant scent. So.
And definitely fuzzy.
Like there's something about the sweater and the mug of tea that initially to my brain suggested like a refusal to get out of bed or wash, you know? Like it was like I was getting a more unkempt image, and now I'm definitely more on the like Lana Del Rey for H&M side of things. Neither of those entities are associated with the lab in any capacity, and doubtful ever will be.
But such a cozy sweater.
It's like but it's like weirdly glamorous. It's cozy, but like in a glam way, not like cozy in a like cat hair drifting into my tea mug
you
way.
Okay?
Right.
Will you ever laugh again? Kind of way.
I was a little concerned. I was a little worried for this scent. But it is not the scent of Depression. It's like weirdly kind of like uplifting. So.
This is my turn.
Oh. Good luck.
Peach and sugared orange slices.
Just hearing the words sugared orange slices conjures so many memories of being a child and eating candy until I was sick. But like, do you remember going to the grocery store and there was like the little Brax candy station where you could put like a nickel in the box and then have one candy?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the kind of thing where if you timed it correctly and you had enough nickels, you could do this over and over without your parent or guardian clocking exactly how many times you hit that. Because they just turn around for a second and you're just like, ka-chink. Also, sugared orange slices, like the candies, are, I mean, I haven't had them in forever, but they used to be just one of my favorites. I grew up in a citrus state.
It is sugary.
Yeah, it's got that like little sparkle of granulated sugar. I love how my brain, of course, is straining to find the peach, but it keeps swerving toward orange because in a way, I mean, they kind of blend together.
Weirdly, I am smelling more of the peach and less of the orange. I'm trying to find the orange.
You're not okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Like I know it's there, but I'm smelling the peach.
Oh, it's there
first and foremost, and the sugar.
I get it's like the blend reminds me too of those like peach rings candies. You know, I definitely like go into the peach, and then the closer I try to smell the peach, I find the orange. So I think that peach has a bit more of that kind of like orange is a really kind of sharp, bold scent, and peach has a kind of like a sigh to it. So it's like I like smell the sigh, and then exploring it, I run right up into the orange. Because of the sugar that's involved, it kind of takes it out of the realm of like the super fruitiness, though. I mean, unmistakably, like it's a fruity scent. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you about that. But there is something kind of like light and sparkly about it because of the sugar that it's really nice. On the skin, I gotta say, it's a little more mature, you know, like, it doesn't smell like, you know, like little kid stuff.
No. It has like a depth.
Yeah.
It's like a dark, moody peach.
Like the peach is like a real peach, and then the sugared orange slices are what they are. Or maybe they're just like actual sugared orange slices, like the kind of like fancy kind that are like an actual orange, you know? Or like that. Don't they do like a sugar crusted orange peel kind of candy? You know, that's children are horrified by, like a grandma candy. It's great too because then I go back and smell the sweater and tea, and after smelling this, I can barely detect the peach in the other one because, you know, we're reaching that point where that we've smelled a series of scents that are all dominant with the same note, and it begins to be where you can only smell the differences between them.
Yeah. When I just smelled it, all I smelled was like a kind of linen, cool linen smell. Cool linen tea. Yeah.
Okay, so now we've done those 4. Those are the 4 that are, you know, available only at the convention. The following 2 are available at the convention and in real life. That means anyone will be able to buy them. The first one, okay, working title, it just says Matilda Peach. Apparently, Elizabeth's dog, Matilda, they have a peach tree in their yard, and the dog ate a bunch of fallen peaches to the point where the dog smelled vaguely peachy.
Yeah.
And we don't have these are prototypes, and we don't have an official name for this one yet. I wrote and asked Beth even just this morning. I was like, do we have this? And she says, still working on it. This is a perfume about my dog smelling weirdly like peaches is the working title. So I don't have notes for it either, so I'm about to smell a perfume inspired by a dog who smells like peaches. Perks of my job
Here we go.
include, this is like a really warm, breathy peach, almost like a cobbler scent.
I was like, it smells like familiar.
I'm wondering
it is
if
kind of cobblery.
There's some kind of like
buttery warmth.
Or maybe coconutty? We'll know more later.
Coconut makes sense. I feel like I'm kind of getting a whiff of
especially, you know, if you're like doing a synesthesia thing with Matilda's fur and whatever.
Right.
I would make... That's a coconutty dog in so many ways.
And I know that, I feel like with the scents before that Beth made with pickle, she did a lot of the vanilla coconut shampoo.
It's definitely, there's a vanilla in here for sure. I would say vanilla and coconut is my guess.
And something buttery.
Yeah. I mean, I think that might be like, it might be musk, it might be amber, it might be all of the above.
That could make sense.
There's definite overlap here with ghost milk, which we did for the weenies last year.
It does smell like ghost milk.
Except for there is this like peachiness to it, which gives it
Yeah.
kind of like a warm, like happy shine, like a real glow.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
It is.
I'm getting like goosebumps smelling it. I'm wondering if there's like a grass or a hay note in there. Are you getting that too?
Yeah. Like kind of like right as you said it, I was like, there's something kind of green,
but not too much.
Not like freshly mowed grass, but there's something just kind of like a grass or a hay, something definitely like a plant in there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so really just getting a whole sense of place and character, mise en scene. Fascinating. But like truly, from a step back,
Yeah.
the peach is like really kind of the introduction, you know? I'm like, okay, from here I'm smelling just like kind of like warm, golden, buttery peaches. And then I have to kind of get in there and sift through these kind of like lighter, subtler notes. Just great work.
Kind of has that like, you know, warm peach confection, I'll say. I won't say what exactly it is. Cooling on like a windowsill during a nice...
Yes, but you can also like smell
fresh breezy
the
day.
breeze, and
Yeah.
like it's not just about the food.
The food, yeah. There's more to it. There's
What a
really
bad
more
dog.
to it.
No, I guess if the peaches were on the ground, it's fair game. I mean,
Right.
Matilda is a very bad dog, but she's also a very good dog. And if she wants to eat all those peaches, that's fine. You know, and I just hope that she didn't have an accident. Yeah, the longer it's on my skin, the more I'm definitely getting something. I really do think it's a hay note, but like eyes are not a perfumer.
It does have that hay note quality.
Hey,
So I agree with you.
The other one that we have for the world is peach brandy snake oil. I know what you're thinking. Snake oil, the lab's signature blend, has not been available on our site for a long time. We're having trouble sourcing some of like the direct ingredients. However, that's not as much of an issue when it comes to making something that's like a blend. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can
you can add snake oil to other things.
We can accomplish a snake oil, like a snake oil variant, without, you know, like it's very complicated. It's chemistry. a subject that I know virtually nothing about. So peach brandy is a subject I know plenty about. So let's get in there.
Oh, that's
Wow.
boozy.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't want to like hold near an open flame.
Whoa.
I mean, you probably shouldn't anyway. It's pure oil. Wow. That is a sassy, boozy brandy scent.
It's dark.
Yes. This is like what it smells like in like the third act of like Cat on a Hot Tin Roof when everyone's drunk and angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew. There is like a
Oh
real
my
kind of like a
God, that's
burn
funny.
to it. Okay, and it's funny because I'm not even really getting into the snake oil yet. We'll have to do that. I'll have to say oil, like a proper
Snake
southerner.
oil.
Snake oil. Peach brandy snake oil.
Big Daddy. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. I need a little bit more. I'm just like,
More, please.
it
Galen
really
requests
smells.
more.
It smells different on the skin like immediately, but I'm like, I feel like I need more of that.
So this is another one that's a little
To
more
break it down.
perfumey, which is not surprising since one of the main components of it is a perfume. You've got like
I'm smelling the snake oil.
you are.
Yeah.
I it's really hard for me to trace. It does not track for me as like super recognizable as snake oil.
The peach really changes it though.
It does
I
because
mean,
there are these kind of like tart sour tones to it.
Yeah.
And the booziness, so it's like yes, I'm getting some like of the resinous, the darkness of it. I think comes from the snake oil for sure.
Yeah.
You've got these like resinous tones, these like sinuous musks.
There's just something very smooth at the very back of it all. It just has that nice smoothness that the snake oil has.
But this peach brandy is like such a palette swap that it's just fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like a whole different costume. I would say that this is more like okay, so we're in fancy hotel bar territory for me, except for this is a much more like tart, sassy, seductive kind of thing. It makes the other one seem really masculine in comparison. This is like kind of like full-bodied. There's a flounce to it. The tartness of that peach brandy is so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And there is vanilla and snake oil, but I'm not really getting it. I'm really kind of running aground in my ability to describe this because I could sit and talk about snake oil all day, and a lot of the variants are kind of like snake oil with a dash of, like fill in the blank. Like, for example, the Please Scream Inside Your Snake Oil, which was like a snake oil funnel cake situation, and you're like, great, like I smell the funnel cake, I smell the snake oil.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to wear this a while and see how it changes because like the peach brandy is like such an experience.
Yeah.
And it has managed to really subvert the classic SO recipe. Are you getting it? Can I smell it on your skin?
Yeah, it's right there.
I'm getting more of the snake oil on you, so this may be a me thing.
I thought I was.
You want to
amping
smell it on me?
The snake oil. Where is it?
The bicep, yeah, there.
Yeah, yours is boozier.
It's just different people amp different things, you know? So, wow. Okay, so as I
Peachy.
have said, the first 4 that we smelled will be available only at the convention. We will also have the other 2, and those will be available to people following our adventures from home. I feel like going out into the world and doing a convention and like posting stuff online is going to be like kind of like a, you know, watch our reality show as we traverse like across the country and overcome insurmountable odds to like see people and have a good time. There are also lots of heightened safety rules at the booth itself. We've been circulating that. People will not be allowed to remove their masks even to smell a perfume. I know that that's cumbersome and not how you would normally want to interact with a fragrance, but unfortunately that's the way it has to be. We're going to have to be very strict about that. And also, people are not going to be able to just walk up and pick up the bottles and smell them like they have in the past. We just can't, it's too much work to, you know, clean hundreds of bottles every day of the con and like help reduce exposure to contaminants. So like, we're going to be at the booth making test blotters for any perfume you want. Have a list. We'll assemble the blotters. You can smell them. I was going to suggest maybe people should bring like little baggies or whatever if you want to like put a blotter in a baggie so that you can keep it or consider it later or whatever. In a way, this is helpful because in the past, put something on your skin and you walk away and like you can't remember necessarily what you put where or what scent it was. Maybe this will be a little easier to help organize, but it will require a little more time and attention at the booth itself because we're going to have to like hand people test strips to test, and we're happy to do it, and you can try as many perfumes as you want, but it will slow things down a little. Although because of the limits of capacity, maybe that won't matter as much. So it's all new. We're all going to have to get through it together. And, you know, I was going to say we'll have to smile through it, but you don't even have to because we won't be able to see your face. So you're welcome to tell us when you are smiling. We like to hear that.
I'm smiling right now. Okay. Now I am.
Anyway, that's what we got. We'll be seeing you all in the South in September, as preposterous as that sounds. And we have just released a bunch of cool new stuff with the Lunacy that we'll be like sniffing between now and then, or me and a guest will be sniffing. We're gonna, you know, work it out. We're figuring it out.
It will be smelled.
It will be smelled and described and filmed.
Edited and then posted and then shown.
It just sounds so
and
perverse.
Then why, you know.
Is this our kink? Is that what this is? This whole thing?
Nope.
All right. Well, either way, thank you for participating in it or letting us involve you in it, as the case may be. And we will be back soon with another scintillating zillion minutes of fume.